Welcome to our podcast. We'll be talking about Indy Cougar football and their start so far on the season, and we will have some stat leaders from the season. Here's Jake with defense.
Yeah, we've got three guys on the defense really tearing it up this year. Alex Steffi in the middle at nose with 27 tackles. And, I really think he's a tone setter for their center. And, for our offense, he's a good right tackle. Tanner's only been sacked 2 times this year. And right behind Alex Steffi is Austin Webster at middle linebacker with 27 tackles, along with Dante Hopkins with 25. And Cruz and Kloss back at safety with 24. And Cruz out there as a wide receiver has really been tearing it up on offense. And Austin Webster this game is going to have to step in at running back along with Zoe and really take on the change and see what we can do this week.
Alrighty, and for your offense, Tanner Reed so far this season has thrown for 786 yards and 9 touchdowns. As Jake mentioned, he's only been sacked twice, so the offensive line doing a great job protecting him for the most part. He did go down with a injury versus West Vigo, and that will sideline him with a concussion. So that means senior first-year player Jack Townsend will have to step up in his place. He played a little bit at the end of the West Vigo game, but it's a big difference between the West Vigo game and all game versus a really good Linton team. I'm really excited to see what he has in store and what Coach Fine will have for the offense. Your running back, DJ Owens, has 77 carries on the year for 576 yards. He's gotten 7.48 yards per carry, which is really good. Offensive line again. He's ran for 10 touchdowns on the season, leading the team. Sad part again, DJ has gone down with an injury also. So that means, as Jake mentioned, Zoe Jeffers and Austin Webster will be having to step up in his place. Zoe, probably the starting running back position. He's got 9 carries on the year for 6 yards. Look for him to have more attempts/carries. He'll have to play a big role in the game, as we'll have to mix up the offense with passing and running. Your top 3 receivers consist of Josh Cruisencloss, Ted Lampson, and Kirk Wagler. Cruisencloss leads the team with 16 receptions for 291 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ted Lampson also has 3 touchdowns with 12 receptions and 213 yards. And Kirk Wagler is 10 receptions for 140 yards and 1 touchdown as his first year of playing football. There you have it. I'm very interested to see what we have for the Linton Miners this coming Friday, as it is their homecoming. Good luck to the boys, and here's Jake Miley.
And you said Jack was a first-year football player, but as a senior, I think he's good and matured, and I think he'll step up, play the position well. And Austin Webster and Zoe Jeffers, I think Zoe with his 9 carries may have only gotten 6 yards, but I think we've prepared him good for this week, and I think he'll step up and get the carries, hit the holes good that his linemen make. Linton likes running that 5 front at us, one-on-one. Big aggressive boys up front, but I think our boys are prepared for it and ready to really drag out the football game and get some holes made and get some good scores up on the board and give Linton a run for their money this year. And Josh Cruisencloss out on the sides with Ted Lampson and Kirk Wagler. We got a little bit of height advantage, speed advantage. I don't think it's going to be a normal North Davis Linton football game, 75-0. I think we're gonna stick with it this year and give them a little bit better run. And there you have it.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Like I mentioned, in the past, last year, it was a really tough game. But the way we've started and the way our boys are really hungry this year, I mean, there's a different feel out there when you're watching the game. And I know the boys, they're talking about how they're enjoying it a lot more. Obviously, when you're winning, you're enjoying it, which last Friday night's game was tough. Sometimes things don't go your way and you can't control it. But I really expect this Friday night to be a really good football game, even with Tanner Reed and DJ Owens out. I like the leadership that our boys have this year, and I like what Coach Fine's doing. Like he always talks about, he likes the 3 facets of the game, and I think we're going to give Linton a long shot for their money.
And, back to last Friday night, West Vigo's 3A, ranked number 13th in the state. And, we're just a 1A school, not ranked. And, 7-6, you can't – that's a good defensive game there. And, we didn't get a couple calls our way, and we got a couple calls that took a couple touchdowns back. And, got to go with what you get and take the best of what's handed to you.
Yeah.
And I think this week, if we execute a little better and do the little things better, then we should execute and get things done.
Definitely. The thing that I really wanted to talk about is I'm really interested to see how Coach Fine handles the line and what we're gonna do with Zoe and Austin Webster back in the backfield. Jack Townsend, he showed some things in the scrimmage before the season started, but Tanner Reed has consumed the starting role. But now it's time for Jack Townsend to step up and for other guys to step up, as we mentioned, Zoe in the running back position. The thing about it is I want to see us fight, and our defense has been really well. We've had a shutout in every game, and we only allowed 7 points, as you said, to 3A West Vigo, ranked number 13 in the state. So our defense is legit. It's no joke, and we're going to be put to the test against Linton, and I think we're going to be just fine.
Oh yeah, and this is definitely a hard game to step up into. Linton's definitely the best team on our roster this year, and Jack Townsend coming in at the quarterback spot. It's going to be hard for him too, but it's the true test. And Zoe Jeffers and Austin Webster going to the running back spot, that's a true test there too. It's just it's a game that nobody wants to step up into, but these boys have stepped up into it and are taking the role and have accepted it. And I really think that Jack's going to do fine in this spot. And I think either Austin Webster or Zoe, whoever gets that spot, I don't think there's a problem with either one of them. I think that things are going to get done. I think they're going to execute their jobs, do their jobs, and get it done and put some points on the board.
Definitely. Thank you, Jake. Good luck, boys, and join us next week for another podcast over Indy Cougar football.